Hey folks, thanks for joining me today. So I kind of deleted the part of the video where I drew my design on. So I'm just basically going over what I did so that you have an idea. And I do apologize for that, but that's how you get this. So if you would like to know how to get this design, I can do a tutorial on just that. But again, I'm so sorry that that part accidentally got removed, and I didn't realize it until it was too late to try and get it back. So basically, I used my General's charcoal pencil on a mold number 2 stone that I made from the molds I got from the Happy Dotting Company. And I used my compass to draw a couple of circles, one small in the middle and then one large out to the end or the edges. And then I put on my east, west, north, and south points. And then the northeast, southeast, southeast, southwest points to get this 8-sectioned mandala. And then what I did was I drew a curvy line from the smaller circle out to the larger circle of the opposite corner. And that's how I got these little leaves that I'm painting right now. And I did that all the way around. And then the empty space that I had, I drew in little teardrops, which I will be painting in with a pink color. But before we get to that point, let's catch up to what I'm doing right now. So now that everything is drawn on there, I go in with this color is Mistletoe. It's a really nice green. All the colors that I use in this tutorial are by DecoArt, and they all will be listed in the description below. So if you're interested in knowing the brand names and the actual paint names, they will be listed there. Even if I forget to mention them while I'm using the paints in the tutorial, they will be there. So I did 3 coats. I spared you the boredom of watching me do 3 coats of the same color in the same shape. And I fast forwarded that, and here we are with the final product of that beautiful green once it's been on in 3 coats. The reason why is because I'm painting on a black background. So what I should have done is painted it white, but I thought the green was bright enough that it would not get swallowed up by the black, but I was wrong. So I had to do 3 coats, but that's okay. Now I'm going in with my favorite gold of all time. It's DecoArt Metallic Glorious Gold, and I am just outlining each of these leaves. I know they look like leaves now, but what I end up doing is, if you saw the title of this mandala or of this painting, this is Peas in a Pod. So these are the pea pods, and I will be putting peas in there. And then I will be using some boysenberry pink for the flowers, which are those little teardrop thingies on the sides of the, well, we'll call them leaves for now, or the pea pods. Anyways, so I'm going to outline the leaves in the gold. It just makes them shine so much better. And I'm very, very pleased with this. And I join them to each other. So that way, it's kind of like it's all growing out of the center. And I debated about what to do in the center. It's just like a big black hole. I wasn't quite sure what to do with it, so I left it for the very last to do anything inside. And you'll be surprised on what I did. But if you saw the thumbnail, you would have known already that you'll know what I did. Anyways, so I'm just making sure that these are nice, even lines. I'm using a fine lining brush that I created myself. If you're interested in creating your own fine lining brush, I do have a tutorial on that. It is in the description below. So you can go in there and click on the link and it'll take you right to it. I also have videos that show you how to make your own blending brush, how to make your own rocks, how to resin. Um, Lots of how-tos in there, as well as at the end of every year, I do a montage, I guess, or like a um, one video that has all of the paintings that we did together in that year, and I put them all together in one video. And then in the description of that video, you can go and click on the name of the painting, and it'll take you to that tutorial. So I do that every year so that it is easier to find stuff that you're interested in painting. So I hope you go and have a look at that. I've got a few of those now. I've been on YouTube for 4 years, so this has been quite an exciting journey, and I'm glad that you've been hanging around with me or joining me midway through or whatever it is. I'm just happy that you're here and joining me, watching me paint, and maybe teaching you some little tips and tricks of things on how to do your paintings. So as I've been chatting, you've been seeing me put on these dots. I'm using the dotting tools that I received from the Dotting Center. Again, there's a link in the description for that. And if you want your own, she does have a lot of different tools and tutorials to watch and to learn from. And if you do make a purchase, I do have a 10% discount code for her shop. So make sure you check that out. But yes, I was putting dots on here with Sour Apple, also by DecoArt. And I did a big one in the center, and then I did a same sized one on either side. And now I did a small one, and I'm dragging the dot down into the tip of the pea pod. That's one that's almost formed, still growing, attached. I don't know. I'm not that not that much of an expert for how peas grow, but this is what I'm going with right now. Um, so I also do a little one at the top just to bring it all in for the symmetry so that each one of them is as identical as possible for a hand painted design. So I do this all the way around, and then I do want to bring in a little bit of white. So I will be doing that next, and I'm going to sort of outline those edges, but I'm going to walk the dots. So that I'm doing right now. So I start with a big one, and I follow the edge of the pea pod all the way around until there's barely any paint left on my tool. And as it goes, each dot is a little bit smaller than the previous one. So that's how you can walk the dots and get this really cool effect. Now, to me, it almost looks like a bit of a spider web, but we're just going to leave it for now and see what I think of it later. So now I'm going in with this Boysenberry pink, and I'm going to use the true color on this one, and then I'm going to use it on the next two that are going out from the small circle. You'll see that in a minute. I also speed this up so that you don't watch too long of this because it is very tedious and it does get boring. But I do this all the way around, and you'll see this happen very, very shortly where all of them are done. It's the same technique for every single one of these that I'm going to be doing. So I'm putting a dot of paint on there, and then I'm using a small dotting needle to pull the paint down to a point. And like I said, I do this all the way around. So I do it with these ones, and then the next two that are to the left of that. I think that's the best way I can describe that. So I put it on there, and then I drag it out, and I've got two more to go, and then I move on to the next row. Those dots will be a little bit smaller, and but it's still the same technique where I'll be dragging the paint to a point. So I'm going to take this opportunity and say thank you very much for joining me today. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. It's the best and easiest way to let me know. It also helps with the algorithms. And if you're new, thank you for joining. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I do try to post every week, usually on Fridays. And I like to take suggestions. If there's anything that you would like to see me do, just leave me a comment and I'll see what I can do for you. And then, if you don't want to miss anything, ring the little notification bell. That will definitely let you know when I post something new. So you'll see that I did those pretty quickly there for the second ones. Now I'm moving on to the third ones, and this is going to be a really thin one. So I'm just dragging it down to meet up with the pea pod and into it like a little teardrop. So you'll see me do it again on the next one. And then after that, it's going to magically all appear all the way around, kind of like a boom, 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 if you will. And yeah, that's what I did to try and save some time on this video so that we can get to all the details of it. So, but like I said, it's basically the same process. I put a dot and then I drag the paint out of the dot into a point, and I do this all the way around. So, I guess I'm going to do a third one to show you just what this is, how I do it. I also round off the edges if there is an issue, because this is on the edge of the stone, so it's hard to get my tool flat. So I sometimes have to use my little needle there to round the edges of the dot itself. But it is what it is. This is what we do. And I guess I'm not going to speed this up yet. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. So that's okay. That just means that we have longer. Oh, there we go. It's doing it now. So yeah, so I just do this all the way around for these three. So these are all the pure color of the Boysenberry pink. The next few ones that I do, that's not correct. The next few ones. The next ones that I do have a little bit of white added per each one. So this one you can tell that it's a little bit lighter. And then as we get further down the line, they get lighter and lighter and lighter because I add a little bit of white for each row. So I just added 2 drops of white into the well that already had the boysenberry in it, my leftovers. I stirred it all up and I got this pretty color here. So this is the last one of this color, and then I'm going to add a little bit more white. Now, I found when I was doing this that some of my swipes started to look like tadpoles or not quite teardrops. But you know what? I decided that's okay. We'll just keep going with it. It's what it is, and yeah, it makes it unique because it is a hand-painted mandala. So you can see that this pink here is a little bit lighter than the last one. And then I'm going to do it again where I just add another drop or 2 of white, mix it in with the boysenberry pink, and I just get a little bit more of a lighter color. And you can see too that I'm also using a smaller dotting stylus so that I can get a smaller dot in there. And I do this all the way around. And I'm so happy with the colors that I chose on this. It is so pretty. I want to do more of these with different color combinations. I really want to do a purple one. I would like to do a blue one. Let me know in the comments what color you would like to see. I'll change up the design a little bit, but hopefully I will get the drawing of the design on film so that you can see how I get to this point. But yeah, definitely leave me a comment. Let me know what color you would like to see. Like I said, I'd like to do one in purple and like to do one in blues. But like orange and purple would look really cool, nice Halloween-y kind of thing. Maybe some blue and red or yellow, or you be the judge. You tell me what colors you would like to see, and I will make one of the same kind of style with the same technique, but in the colors of your choice. So leave me a comment, and then I will take the consensus, and that will be the next one that I do. Now, I know you're probably expecting the next big-eyed creature that I've been doing kind of a little mini series of, but I ran out of rocks, so I had to make some more. So they're drying right now, and I decided to post this one instead. So I hope you really enjoy it, and I hope that you really liked it. And just, let me know in the comments. Would be awesome. It's starting to get warm here finally. It's been a long, long winter. We are now into May, and the snow has just finally left. And yeah, it's been a very long winter, stuck indoors. We had so much snow, it was hard to even get out of the driveway. It's just craziness, but it is what it is, and we're over it now, and spring is here. The frogs are singing. Next thing you know, we'll be fighting off mosquitoes and black flies. So that's life in Northern Ontario. So I'm happy to be here. I'm so glad to be a part of this northern part of Ontario, and I just enjoy it so much. So as you can see, I've been putting on some little dots, walking them up around, and I just used a little bit of that last pink that I used just to add little dots. And now I'm going in with some sour apple mixed in with a little bit of white. And I am putting a single dot on top. So this is what's called top dots. And I'm just doing it on the piece itself. So just those 3 dots that are in there. And I'm just using one size smaller of my dotting tools so that everything is as symmetrical as I can possibly get them. So I do this all the way around so that everybody is happy and we've all got the same dots and the same colors, and it looks really, really pretty. So I debated again about the center. I thought maybe what I could do is put a gem in the middle or something like that. So while I'm still deciding, I decided I wanted to add a little bit more of that gold back in. So I'm just going to do a complete ring of dots around the entire thing. And I'm just using the same size dotting stylus. So I dot, I go and dip, I dot, dip, dot, and dip. I'm sorry, I guess I'm feeling a little goofy today. And that's okay. We're all allowed to be a little goofy every once in a while. It's been, like I said, a long winter. So I'm happy to be able to get outside and enjoy some of this beautiful sunshine. Temperatures aren't that warm yet, but they will get there. And I'm just enjoying it, seeing the sun without any white around me, and grass is greening up, and trees are starting to bud, and flowers are starting to bloom. And Mother's Day is just around the corner. So very happy that we're finally out of this deep freeze that we were in. So I'm going to let you in on a secret. I decided to do nothing in the center of this stone. I thought the black in the middle kind of is where everything is growing out of or coming from. So I didn't want the center to be to take away from the actual painting, so I left it black. But you can do whatever you want. Maybe in the color combination choices that you guys choose, I'll put a gem in there, or maybe I'll do something else in the middle. Let me know your color choices. Put that in the comment, and that'll be coming up shortly to a screen near you. So I'm going to finish up this ring around. It has taken me quite some time. I should have shortened this so you didn't have to watch me do this forever, but at least we got to chat a little bit longer, and that's about it, folks. So there you have it. Life is what you make it. So get creative.